Coming up to 20 to 7, the UK construction sector suffered a setback last month with output at its slowest rate in 6 months. Victoria is at the biggest building industry gathering to find out why. Victoria, what's happened to your exoskeleton?
I've wriggled it off. It was actually great fun, but I thought I need my arms because I'm going to be walking around and talking and picking up some guests along the way. Good morning to you both, and good morning, Dan. I'm so sorry I called you Charlie earlier. I was confused by those dulcet, gravelly tones. Speaking of gravel, or perhaps maybe prefab, I suppose, I just want to show you this. This is really interesting. This building went up in just 3 days. It's part of perhaps the solution to some of the issues we have in construction. It's called off-site, what we used to know as prefab housing, and it's just one of the solutions that has been brought to this event. This is the biggest event in the UK for the construction sector, and I've got the man who organises this. And why do you think you need events like this? I mean, are you struggling to get people into the industry?
Well, there's a need for more people. There is a skill shortage in construction, but there is a hunger as well for more innovative products and ideas like this. And yeah, we've got 30,000 people coming here over 3 days, but we've also created some role models as well, construction role models that will inspire hopefully other people to join the sector.
Okay, let's walk and talk so we can see some of this exhibition as we go through. So we've got a bit of a skill shortage, don't we, when it comes to the construction sector. We've got lots of builders who are retiring. We've got workers who would ordinarily be here who are perhaps a little bit concerned, not quite sure what's going to happen post-Brexit. So what is the solution? How do we get new people into the industry, and what kind of solutions do you think we might find in terms of the stuff that we're building?
I think it's showing to the world and younger generations how exciting construction is, and actually it's not perhaps what people think of in terms of being outdoors all day and maybe in cold and nasty environments. That actually it's very exciting. It's all about digitalisation. There's a lot of exciting things in terms of technology coming, which I think you've demonstrated already this morning, but also off-site, which you've showed here as well. That's definitely the future in terms of it's not the one answer, it's one of many answers to be able to build more. Obviously we need more houses. Exactly,
and shaking off perhaps some of that the more traditional image. Nathan, we're going to leave you here for a moment, if we may, to just pick up Anna. Anna's an architect and has been helping to build this. You're also a role model at this event. What does that entail?
I think it's about showing how the sort of process of becoming an architect and all of the opportunities that there are to become involved in contributing to our built environment.
I mean, there's a sort of feeling that this isn't perhaps an industry for women. What would you say to that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's a fantastic opportunity for women to become involved in everything around them. Architecture is a fantastic career. I absolutely love it. I'm very passionate about what I do, and my team at Intervention Architecture have collaborated with Arab engineers to actually work with school children aged 13 to 15 in our kind of spare time, and they've actually designed this pavilion that we've built here today.
So this pavilion has been built by school children?
They have designed the concept, which we've kind of closely worked with them to do, and then we've actually provided the sort of innovative technology and built it here today.
Okay, and so the mix of school children interested in this kind of thing, was it mainly boys, mainly girls? I mean, is there a sort of a gender bias towards construction still?
It was actually really diverse, which we're really kind of excited about. So there were more girls than boys taking part in our workshops this weekend. And I think we have a responsibility to really nourish and encourage that talent as they kind of move forward in their careers now in architecture, engineering and construction.
Really interesting. Thanks very much, Anna. Yeah, so here we go. So this is some of the work that the students have been doing. 13 to 15-year-olds, and they designed all these angles and put this all together on a computer program, and we're able to build this pavilion here. It's just one of the exhibits, over 700 here today. We're going to be talking about some of the different solutions that we have to the construction sector, both in terms of the people coming in, making sure that there's a more diverse range of people coming in, and what happens, of course, post-Brexit, but also some of the solutions to some of the age-old problems we have, like the housing crisis. Plenty more coming up a little later on. See you soon.
And thank you very much. We will, Victoria. Thank you.